Namaskar, welcome to for all. In this lecture 5 of chapter 1, we will learn to balance unbalanced chemical equations using hit and trial method. Suppose we are provided with this equation. First step in hit and trial method is to list all the different elements which are taking part in the chemical reaction. In this given equation, barium, chlorine, hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen elements are present. In second step, count the number of atoms of each element that are present on the reactant side as well as on the product side. From the reaction equation, we can see that barium has one atom on the reactant side and one atom on the product side. Likewise, chlorine has two atoms on the reactant side and one atom on the product side. Hydrogen has two atoms on the reactant side and one atom on the product side. Sulfur has one atom on the reactant side and one atom on the product side, whereas oxygen has four atoms on the reactant side and four atoms on the product side. So, it is clear from this listing that the number of atoms of different elements are not same on both the sides of the equation in some of the cases. To be specific, chlorine and hydrogen does not have same number of atoms on reactant as well as product side. In the third step, draw boxes around all reactants and products like this. The purpose of drawing boxes is for reminding that we cannot change anything inside these boxes. In the fourth step, count total number of atoms inside each box and write it down below respective box. So let's start from the left hand side. We can see that in the first box there is one barium atom and two chlorine atoms. So in all there are three atoms. Likewise, in the second box there are two hydrogen plus one sulfur, 3 plus 4 oxygen atoms. So in all there are 7 atoms inside this box. On the product side, again this box consists of one barium, one sulfur and 4 oxygen. So there are in all 6 atoms, and in the last box there are one hydrogen and one chlorine atom. So in all there are 2 atoms inside this box. In the next step, choose that box which has maximum number of atoms. So we will choose this box because it is having maximum number of atoms. However, if there have been a situation in which two or more boxes have same number of atoms, then we can choose any one of them. Now, inside this box, choose that atom which is contributing maximum number of atoms. In this case, it is oxygen. But from the listing, we can say that it already has equal number of atoms. Here the number of atoms are 4 and here also it is 4. So, we will not do any changes to it. Instead, we will look for that atom which is making second highest contribution. In this case, it is hydrogen. We can see from the listing that the hydrogen is not balanced. So, we will try to balance it. If we multiply number of atoms of hydrogen on the product side, this one, by 2, then the number of atoms of hydrogen will become equal on both the sides of the equation. So let us multiply it by 2, and as a result we will get 2 over here. I'm sorry, by 2, and we will get 2 over here. Since we have multiplied by 2 on the product side to balance hydrogen, and hydrogen is present inside this box, so we have to write this 2 over here in front of this. I repeat, 2 will be written here in front of this box and nowhere else. As a consequence of this action, not only the number of hydrogen atoms on the product side has changed, but it has also resulted in the change of number of chlorine atoms. Let us see how. Now, here 2 into this 1 will imply 2, means hydrogen has 2 atoms. Likewise, this 2 multiplied by 1 atom of this chlorine, it will also result in 2. So the new situation is like this: barium has 1 atom on both reactant and product side, chlorine has 2 atoms both on reactant and product side, hydrogen has 2 atoms on both reactant and product side, sulfur also has same number of atoms, and oxygen also has same number of atoms. So it means that by this little modification we have ultimately balanced the equation, and the new balanced equation is, so this one is a balanced equation. But for instance, if in one step this equation would not have been balanced, then we would have repeated the same process again and again until and unless we get a fully balanced equation. Thank you.